Happy 33rd day of the Omer. We are in this time period now, counting towards Shavuos, towards the holiday where we celebrate getting the Torah. And the 33rd day is a particularly special day for so many reasons, but one is that we celebrate that we have this deep mystical knowledge from the Torah, the secrets of how God created the world, and just deep things about why we're told to do what we do. And I just first, before we talk about the Parsha, I just couldn't skip over this to mention that whenever you have a question about something, or it doesn't make sense, or why is there anything in Judaism that's you think like, I don't quite understand it, maybe I'm missing something, it could be that you are, because that's just how Torah works. That there's simple explanations for things, and then we can go deeper and deeper, and the more we learn and understand, the more, for myself, I know I realize, oh wow, like I did not understand why we did that, but now that I do, that is so cool. I love that idea, and it's beautiful. So I just encourage everyone to keep on your journey, learning and asking questions, and continue to always be growing in that way. I wanted to share one quick idea about the Parsha. The name of the Parsha is Amor, which means talk. And we can definitely talk about the way we talk. And it's called that because Hashem told Aaron to teach about the blemishes of the Kohanim. That actually, it's interesting, and there's a lot to this too, and I'm not going to go into it right now, but you can ask about it. But the blemishes, the Kohanim, the priests in the temple, could not do their service, do their work if they had a blemish on them. And it's a really interesting why. But in telling over that news and the laws of this, it was done in a very particular way. And Rashi comments that it was told from the Gedolim to the Katanim, carefully. What does that mean? From the great to the small, from the big to the little. And there's so many cool ideas about this, and we'll talk about more in my Parsha class at 10:45 on a Saturday morning, on Shabbos morning. But what I wanted to say today is that it's really emphasizing that we have to be so careful how we talk to people. And one suggestion from the Noam Elimelech is actually that if you have to tell someone sorry, I hope we're not making you dizzy. If you have to tell someone something, some sort of rebuke or criticism that you really have to tell them, we have to be so careful how we do that. First, weighing if we should, and if it really is necessary and will have a long-term impact for the positive, or if maybe it's not necessary. But if it is, and just like in this case of Aaron telling the priest that they're not going to be able to serve if they have a blemish, we have to be very careful how we do it. And maybe the Noam Elimelech suggests one way is that instead of calling someone out for doing something, as a group, we could say, oh, this is how we do things in our workplace, or we don't speak that way in our house. Instead of saying, you don't say that, that's not allowed, right? We know that could hurt a person's feelings or put a person on the defensive, and often doesn't even accomplish what we're trying to accomplish of getting them to stop something. There's a lot of different ways to speak about something or to help someone correct their actions, and just giving criticism is usually not the way to do it. So just food for thought of, before we say something to someone else, if it might be critical or taken as negative, to really think again and again, is it necessary, and am I saying it in the nicest possible way? How would I feel if someone said it to me like this? And I'm really just weighing all that, because we can't be too careful. And also in this time of the Omer that we're in right now, Rabbi Akiva's students died, and it said because they didn't respect each other, and there's so much about that. But just one piece of it is, in this time period, we're extra careful about how we treat each other and how we speak to each other. Because that's part of the energy of the year, and it could be hard, and it could be difficult at times. It could be really hard, but we make every effort we can to just be kind and giving and loving and forgiving to each other. And may everyone be so towards you as well. May you have a wonderful, wonderful Shabbos.